The debate over Baltimore again, or still going on. That's the one thing I will say when you hear on the news, this hasn't been done with Bush, Clinton, Obama, but Donald Trump is bringing it up now. And look at the headway. I think that's probably why a lot of people liked him and do like him, is because he is unconventional. The rhetoric, how he says things, what he does, I really don't think he is a racist. Most racists would not hire, you know, the people that they don't like. They wouldn't interact, really. I wouldn't think, I'm sure somewhere you say, no, that's not true. They would do this, save face. But on the inside, they're actually racist and they're doing these things to implement racism. Well, what is Donald Trump doing? What are the issues? But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is on Baltimore. In one of the news conference things, one of the cameramen did take a picture, a rat running by. I thought that was funny. But seeing all of it, you can look at the people there, and by no means did he say anything, he being Trump, say anything about the people or a specific group. Infested was rat infested, not people infested. If you're gonna change words, come on. This racist rhetoric is getting annoying and downright stupid. Um, but Baltimore, it's got more crime than Venezuela, I guess. It's like, yeah, that's pretty bad. When statistics like that come out, look at your own cities. Look at specific cities where their crime rate's higher than, a country that has a very high crime rate. Okay, well that's pretty bad. Guatemala is safer than Baltimore. Damn. But in bringing this up, just like many other things, it gets people to notice. Immigration. Oh, it's not bad. We don't have a problem. Oh, wow. We have a problem. Yeah, and it has been going on for 30 years, 40 years. Our immigration laws are bad. We need to fix them. Oh, well, you're just a racist towards brown people. No, because it's not just brown people coming through. You're getting people from China. Oh, well, I can go down there. It's a porous border. People from Africa, all right. Um, People from Iran. It's, one of those places where, yeah, it's easy to get in. Canada, I hear, is pretty easy to get in from as well. And the yawns come in. But just looking at all of it, seeing the news and everything, the arguments that people are presenting, on one side, this isn't a bad place. What he's saying is wrong, and yet you do have news reports. What was it, a mayor? I forget her name. Complaining about the smell and the rats. The same argument that Trump made. And that was a black lady doing what was it, a PBS report, documentary on it. They're saying now in the statistics, well, it's the ninth. California's got them beat as being number 2. And I think Washington has them beat as being number 1 because of all the rats in Congress and Senate that don't do their jobs. I guess the point is as clear as it can be. It's nice to see somebody actually bringing it up. Somebody actually going out there and making the argument. Somebody actually saying, hey, for all of you, including myself, I didn't know. Look here, we have this here. What can you do to help? What can other people do to help? What have people done to help or lack thereof? Oh, we'll just throw more money at it. No, we're done doing that. Kind of like with the immigration. Well, I can keep giving Guatemala, El Salvador, all those places money, but where does it go? Does it help their people? No. Has it been helping their people? No. So I throw money into Baltimore. Is it going to help them? No. Has it helped them? No. We need to find other ways of going about it. And then taking it even further for some of these people I didn't know. Again, Al Sharpton, Trump donating to him, rent-free, other things like that, and, oh, well, he's just a racist because he's not doing my bidding right now, and he's not following my rhetoric, and he's not, on our side. That's what it seems like. If you're on the person's side and playing to their base, then, we're all hunky-dory. Well, I think politics is going to change. And I think places like Baltimore, with the people there, they're not stupid. I think they're going to start looking closer. Because, look at America. America's thriving. We're number one in this and that and the other. But these places, especially one that's so close to Washington, D.C., being that far gone, well, we want a, piece of that pie too. How can we get there? What can we do? I don't know a way to fix. It'd be like Detroit, old Detroit, where all the buildings, when the car manufacturing started going away, all those buildings, the little neighborhoods and everything, well, not little, but the neighborhoods all being gone, just now it looks like a wasteland. How do you go back in there and fix what has been forgotten? Do you tear it all down and then rebuild? How do you get companies in there? What incentives can you do to bring, people back in, bring jobs in? Because that's the big thing. If there's no jobs and the people stay, well, you're going to get, as Bernie Sanders says, a third world country, 4 out of 5 people don't work here because there's no jobs. And, crumbling economy. Well, for there, it would be crumbling because there's no jobs. There's no infrastructure. There's nothing there. So, I guess that would be probably the biggest thing. What could they do at this point in time without throwing money to, the mayors to abuse the state itself? How can they, get people to go in there and, yeah, I can rebuild this. I can do this. What was it? Hopkins Medical. They have that there. But we're talking about the parts where it's bad. Like I said, like old Detroit. Detroit itself, yeah, it's still functional, but the places that were left. When you go and look it up, it's like, oh wow, this section of town, it's dead. Yes, there's people there, and the homes are just torn apart. The buildings, you're lucky if they don't collapse on you. It looks like a forgotten city, a forgotten place. Like people haven't been there in the last 50 years. That's the part I'm talking about, not the part, oh, well, we have this, and, we have a medical institute there, we have college. Okay, well, that's on the part of the city that didn't get devastated. What about the other side? What about the other parts? I mean, that'd be like here, where I'm at. Oh yeah, it looks nice, but you go, across the train tracks and it looks like desolate wasteland. At one time here, that was the case, and then we got builders in to put in homes and stuff for more population. The police as well coming in and cleaning up. Because we had issues, but they weren't obviously as big. We don't have the crime, the violence that Baltimore has. Shit, we maybe see, I would say, like 10 murders a year across the entire state where I'm at. I think it's that low. So, what are we doing that's so good versus what they're doing there? You know, and it's not because of a culture, because of race. It's, there were other things involved. Like, okay, if you're that close to Washington, you're that close to New York, you're that close to Florida, where there's a lot of drugs come in, or can't, where did a lot of drugs come in the 70s, 80s, 90s, over in that area? This is one place that was probably devastated by that. And then, our infrastructure going away, our jobs going away. Manufacturing, was Baltimore known for manufacturing? If they were, that makes sense why there are no jobs. Again, like Detroit, just, if there's a way to get businesses in and rebuilding, like Amazon. Hey, Amazon, go over here, build, put in a job. Well, no taxes. I think that'd be a great trade-off. Things like that. People, oh no, that's bad because of Amazon. I don't really think so. Not at this point in time. I mean, you're keeping the money out of government that clearly doesn't know how to use it correctly. So you're putting it back into the people. I would think that that's, or I would think that that would be a great thing. I don't know. This whole entire argument, at least it's bringing up for Baltimore. There's so many things in this world that we could be doing. There's so many things in this world that, could be better. But it's like our past. Yes, we had slavery here in the United States. I never owned a slave. My family never owned a slave. So, I see no part of it. I know the past, but that's about it. We've grown from that. My mom's able to vote. My grandma's able to vote. My great grandma's able to vote. I wasn't a part of when women weren't able to vote. So we're past that. Gay marriage, I saw that as an issue. And in a state where we wasted a lot of money. Now, gays can get married here, and after wasting all that money, and I myself, why are you wasting this money? Just, what is it hurting having somebody get married? Sexual preference shouldn't even matter. It's things like this, the arguments, the past. It's behind us. We don't need to keep taking it further. Oh, well, you don't agree with me, so I'm going to play the race card. Okay. Toot your horn. Sound like a dumbass, because you are. That's the past. When we know what the past was, we know, because obviously, you can't change that, but we can change now. And we've changed a lot of now. So how can we go into Baltimore to change what it's been going through? There has to be something. It's not, a forgotten wasteland. They're not hit like some of the places where you literally cannot go there because of chemical spills or nuclear fallout because, maybe a reactor blew or something like that, like Chernobyl. Obviously, you can go watch videos and people still live in Chernobyl and have, even after it. The misconceptions of, Oh, it's uninhabitable. No, it's inhabitable. Um, Baltimore. There's got to be a way to clean it up. It was once a great bastion of America, wasn't it? I mean, if it wasn't, and it's just, a crapshoot anyways, then condemn it, shut it down, move all the people, you know, wipe your hands of it, move on. Because nobody's done anything about it. So, I can keep going on. But I'm not going to. So, with that, peace.